And we're going to watch her talk about getting sued from 5 minutes to 22 minutes. Okay.
At this thing, we're totally going to win because we have asserted that it's in.
Macron and his wife Brigitte are suing.
Is this the same one? I think it's the same one. Oh. Okay, I should have just kept going. Yeah. It's just
on YouTube, and people are calling Jake Tapper out. They're going, oh, you couldn't even answer basic questions about what evidence there was. You just want to bankrupt her. Here, we can just scroll live here at some of these comments. Upset with Candace and not the person who dated a 14-year-old when they were 39. Oh, yeah, ignored that we totally admitted that. Which, by the way, I want to also say, what's incredible about that admission is if you follow the series, remember, you can go back and...
I don't care if you guys don't like Crowder. I don't care. He's not an abusive monster. And that was bullshit of her to say that. It was bullshit. Bullshit.
In these articles, initially they told the public he was 17. Now, on paper, they're saying he was 15. And what are they going to try to do here? Oh, they're going to be like, okay, well, yeah, he was 14 when he was in the play, but, you know, you have no proof that we didn't begin this affair until, like, a couple of months later when he turned 15. So this is what actually their argument, like, they're already admitting that they are public liars. So let's keep reading some of these comments. Again, this is CNN left-leaning.
Yeah, so when Alex Jones gets sued, no complaints from No, when Alex Jones got sued, he faced the consequences. He was crying on stream. It broke my heart, actually. There's no freedom of speech. It doesn't exist because there's always a consequence, and it's usually gynocentric. But my point is, Candace hasn't really had a consequence because she's a woman. She's an attractive woman. And yeah, that's the issue.
Person writes, okay, but didn't Macron just lose a defamation case in the French courts over this? Oh, yeah. People aren't dumb. People are not dumb. Wow, the comment section doesn't seem to buy what this lawyer is selling.
Candace follows Jesus. You should too. Okay, you know what? I'm about 30, so I think it's time to do my religion grift. What religion should I convert to? And put a cross in the background and make it my intro and just like tweet about my conversion. How should I go about this?
Poor Tom Claire. Tough job. Genuinely, Tom. That's a tough job. To have to go out there and to assume the public is too stupid to have watched this news and recognize that something very real is there. And we presented tons of evidence when your clients did not present any evidence other than, trust me, bro, she's on the ground. To the contrary. Anyway, the point that I'm making here is that common sense, literally sense among us commoners, is the biggest threat to the establishment.
Okay, so remember, she's going hard because she married into money, right? I think it's pretty convenient that like the J stuff doesn't come out.
What's up, chat? Leave a message. Like the video.
That's kind of the pattern.
Don't forget to.
Men, when they do go down the free speech.
Don't forget to tell your friends about me. Just don't tell them that I'm a virgin.
And
don't tell them
women
that.
tend to put down the money that men give them.
You'll embarrass me on the computers. You know what I'm saying?
All right, we're gonna do a call-in show. All right, in a bit. So my question is, why is Candace so strong in her stance and confident staring down this lawsuit? Because her husband is worth between $180 and $240 million. She knows her husband is going to be able to use his resources and money to defend her in court. Whatever mess is made, her husband will do to clean up. And it's really easy for Candace to be the firebrand commentator that she believes in free speech and burn her employers after they build her into the person she is. And she has a husband that's worth over $200 million. She should have just sat down and enjoyed being a mom. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do what she's doing. But so selfish that she's going to keep going and drag all of her family into this stuff.
That was cool, right?
Let's see this next stuff. I know she's getting a consequence now, but remember, men face it a lot earlier. Nick got a consequence at 18. Candace gets her first consequence like 30s.
Were you then made aware that this was perhaps incorrect? And did you exacerbate it and make it worse? That's what this is going to be about. Candace responded by, you could say doubling down.
You were born a man and you will die a man. That's the point I'm making. So give us a sample. I'll send my doctors to take your blood. figure it out real quick. However you want to go about this. Hey, how about just giving us some pictures of...
Oh, I saw this one already. Oh, good some Okay, so we're gonna have you guys call in and say, and I just want the general topic. What are some instances where your girlfriend or wife created a situation that cost a lot of money and resources? And what's the worst situation you've ever seen a woman get into by talking too much? Did you try to stop her? Did you warn her? What happened afterwards? And how do you see modern women waste their husbands?
Hi, I'm from Texas.
Have you ever seen a woman start a fight with her husband?
How's it
Her
going?
husband
Don't
had
forget to
finish?
substitute.
So,
Subscribe.
any of those questions, please call in. So a couple things if you're going to call in. Please, if you do not know the topic, do not call in. We want you guys to call in, stay on top of a story. Your initial story, I'd like it to be like 2 minutes. Please do not ramble.
Get award-winning YouTube TV to watch live sports and the latest shows. It's no surprise Jaden Power possess the best live streaming TV provider for customer satisfaction. Get more than cable for less than cable with YouTube TV. Try it free. Terms apply.
Or if you're waiting to come on that you're watching the actual Zoom box so you can check to see if you're in. Because you should see it right away on Zoom when you're being let out of the waiting room. And yeah, I'm trying to think. So Doug MPA, is he on the line?
Hey, how's it going?
Doug MPA?
That's cool, right? It's a great game. That's okay.
I don't.
Who's this?
How's it going, Flower Lotus?
Oh,
Are you from New York?
Somehow I got let in.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the show. So what's your thought on the topic? Have you ever been in a case where your girlfriend or wife created a situation that cost a lot of money and resources? Did you try to warn her, or do you know somebody that was in that situation? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a situation where like girls will kind of like waste money. Like they're very emotional in general. So they'll just make rash decisions, whether it's, booking an Airbnb for like 2 weeks or have it or things like that. They just make very rash decisions when it comes to money when their emotions are running high. They're not really thinking about it long term. Like guys will think about their money long term. This is why most guys will kind of, work hard throughout their 20s to
Mr. Flower Lotus
for the house. And no girl's really thinking about that long term. They're thinking about marrying a guy who can do that for them.
Oh, son of a
So
bitch.
they're used to acting off of emotional impulse. And I've seen,
whether it's
an ex-girlfriend I've had from the past who just
spent a bunch
of money on a car that she really didn't need because she just thought she needed one or what have you. Like I've seen situations like that play out in past relationships, and then just other women I've seen in general. So I would say it's more of a common theme because women just get more grace in life because there's always going to be a guy that comes around to save them, if that makes sense. So it's almost like...
I'm really sorry about that, you guys. I hit the Zoom and it wasn't letting me in. It let me in, it bounced me out. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, we have Sean up first, the friend of the channel.
Wait, I just wanted to finish what he was saying, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, I'm here. Go ahead.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah, I was just saying, I think just because, in general, women are treated with such grace, whether it's from their fathers, like always kind of having their back when it comes to providing them money, it allows them so much room to F up that if they want to act off of emotional impulse, it's not going to really cause a detriment to them long term because there's always going to be a guy that comes around to save them. So I think that's just another reason why we see that sort of behavior. But I would say in general, because women are very emotional, they can act very cold-blooded, whether it's, taking their kids and suddenly leaving their husband or what have you, like just making a rash decision, high purchases, whether it's buying a house that couple doesn't need or a new car suddenly. Like I've seen so many situations like this just in my everyday life that like
Is there a specific
Give me a second,
one
I
that
gotta
you have,
go,
like a
put
friend
some
or
quinoa.
maybe ex-girlfriend? The more specific, the better the story, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, a good example is like an ex-girlfriend that I had like way in the past is that like she didn't get any insurance on her car because she was thinking she didn't need it, and then her car totaled. And then rather than just buying like a used car, she just took a bunch of money from her dad and just bought a brand new car. Because in her mind, like the money flowing is always coming in. And I've seen this with other, like this one girl who I dated, like she just bought a house. I want to say it was like a few years ago, even though she's kind of broke. And it was like a very expensive house, and she was just getting money from her parents. And because her parents were able to provide it, she got like a super high interest rate, and it was like a, you know, adjustable rate mortgage. So it's like one of these types of loans that more than likely she's going to default on, but because she simply just wanted it, she made the purchase. Like
I was dating this girl, and she was what I just turned 40, and she was like 28, right? And she got a bachelor's degree, couldn't find a job because it was in like psychology or something. Then she went back to school and got a master's in industrial organizational psychology, something like that. And she finally got a professional job out of college. It was making about $60,000. And the first thing she did when she got her job was buy a house.
Yeah, I mean, they make all sorts of rash decisions simply because like they're hearing it from other people, so they just do it even if it doesn't make sense.
And
like
and so not only did she buy a house, she her student loans she had were coming out of forbearance, and so she didn't factor in her student loan payment when she bought the house. So when her student loans were going to become due, she had no idea how she was going to pay it. I'm like, wait a minute. So you and then her job was travel heavy. So she hadn't even started traveling for her job yet. Like she didn't even settle into her job. I'm like, you bought this house. You don't even know if you like your job. How are you going to pay your student loans? You can't even get a second job to make more money because you travel for your day job. She didn't even think it through.
Yeah, and what's something I've learned is when it comes to girls that I've just dated in the past, I've noticed all of them when they were 30 were all broke. Like they really didn't have a lot of savings to their name. It's basically income coming in, income going out. And that's how they just seen that that's just their budget to live their everyday life. And that when they're ready to settle down, they're just going to find a guy who already has money, because that's what they're just so used to growing up with, whether it's their father providing the money or just other men who they've dated, just kind of providing them experiences and things like that. So like you'll even see videos on TikTok of girls talking about how they'll settle down is they're just going to find a guy with a house and move in with them. I've heard so many girls in New York who I have friends with who think exactly like that. They're 30 plus. They don't really have much savings. They continue to get master's degrees that are not going to lead to any real, drastic increase in income. And they do it simply because other people are doing it. And so they're not really thinking things through. And at the end of the day, there's not going to be a consequence to them as long as men have a drive for sex.
Hey, you guys, thanks for waiting. I appreciate that. Sorry for making you wait.
Scarcity of women that are going to be available to them. So they don't really see a consequence of doing it.
There's always a guy that
you guys want to play another game?
I know. I mean, this is why you don't really see homeless women unless they're drug addicts, right? Like, it's very rare you see them. And you have to ask yourself, is it because women are really risk averse? Like, no, it's because there's a guy who's horny who will put a roof over her head after she's made so many bad decisions in life that there's not going to be a consequence for them at the end of the day. Guys are always going to feel bad for girls, or at a bare minimum, we are going to have a sexual interest in them, and we're going to take them out of a bad situation using our resources. That's just how things are going to play out.
Yeah, this like revenge fantasy. Not saying women don't crash out. I'm sure like we do, but even after we crash out, someone will take us. So.
Absolutely. Like I've seen girls who are single moms who are in their like 70s who went through their second divorce, and they'll find like a man who's like 88 who will put a roof over their head. So like there's always a guy out there.
I know a woman that did about like 57. She got married. And I know that's the exception, not the rule. Like, because women would rather like.
What's up, guys? What's up, chat? Like the video.
But when push comes to shove and there's a gun to their head, we'll find somebody. We will. Someone will do it.
Absolutely. And I think a lot of women do, like, they will settle with guys who they don't like for economic resources long term. I think pretty much every single marriage of a girl who's like 30 plus, it's more based on economic resources than it is general interest.
Yeah.
That's my
I agree 100%.
Thanks for calling in.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Guys, make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. We are on our way to 3 million subs. We got us over 2 million, so thank you so much for that. Thank you for everyone in the YouTube chat. Really appreciate it. Always good to see the regulars. And the Audacity chat is up. If you want to head over there, always good to have you over there. Go to proinvite.com for Pearl's Learning Community. It's invitation only, and go to Pearl's website, theaudacitynetwork.com, and sign up over there. Next up, we have Jay.
Hey Jay, how's it going?
Oh, wait, it says joining, so there we go. Connecting to audio. Hey Jay, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. So have you ever had a situation where your wife, your girlfriend, or maybe just a woman you know created a situation that cost a lot of money and resources for a man? Or was there a situation you've seen a woman in that she created by talking too much? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the situation was, okay, so I just finished with a girl who's separated, and whilst in the latter stages of that relationship, you know, her and her mother were pretty good to me. I was out of work for a few months. They were pretty good to me. So when the relationship finished, and I actually got myself back on my feet, I thought, well, you know, what I'll do is, as a kind gesture of, thanks, I'll, send her some money. So I called her up and I said, look, here's something, a gesture for you, your mum, and your daughters, essentially. Come to find out, I mean, it's a substantial amount of money as well, but come to find out that what she did is, instead of spending the money on her daughters, and she'll need the money, don't worry about that, but instead of spending the money on her daughters, she booked a flight from Australia to New Jersey to have a bit of a raucous 2 weeks with some dude out there, and decided that that she was going to get into a relationship with this guy. Fast forward a few months, and this guy, and it's what it happened in the COVID, and she wants to bring this guy over to Australia.
You guys want to play another game?
She then causes a bit of a stir with the local media here, because what had happened was the Australian government at the time wasn't letting anyone, and certainly wasn't going to let some rat dude from New Jersey, jump on a plane to Australia at that time. So she put a bit of a,
we're gonna play another game, guys.
Basically, used up a whole load of money, the whole 9 yards. This went on for about, from what I understand, it went on for about 9 months. And shortly after COVID had finished over here, I actually bumped into her. I asked her about the situation and why she spent the money. She gave me a whole load of excuses. But then she actually said that in some strange twist of fate, while she was on IG, she saw a random, on her newsfeed, she saw a random post of a girl in a nightclub in New York. And guess who was in the background getting on with another girl?
Oh,
this guy that she was.
She didn't just happen, dude. She was cyber stalking. Come on. Come on. She didn't just run into that.
Do you know what? No, I never thought of it, but I think you're right. Because, I mean, what are the chances? But either way, this is a situation where, she had money that she needed. Instead of spending it on something that would be useful, spending it on your daughters, no, she decides that she's going to take a trip and, hook up with this guy and so on and so forth.
Women care more about being with hot men than their kids.
100%. 100%.
Doug MP, you got any other questions for him? Doug MP, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't.
Cool. Well, thanks for calling in. Call at any time, all right?
I think there's one question for you, Phil, if you don't mind me asking.
Is it relevant to the topic?
It's relevant to what we were discussing about counter sellers.
Sure, if it's quick, go ahead.
Sure. Look, I'm not a great fan of counter sellers. I would say that I have as much respect for Candice as I can for yourself, in fact. Okay? I don't understand what's the point of jumping on Candice Owens because she's done a bit of journalism, she's come up with some facts, and she's decided to stand on principle. I can't see the point of you jumping on her, to be honest.
Okay. Well, then start your own show. Okay. Or just everyone's like, why are you calling in to tell me how to run my show?
No, but that's the best you can do, yeah?
Yeah, goodbye. Did you want me to bring him back, or do you want to put up with that, brother?
No. I just get annoyed. It's like, oh, well, let me call in to
Hey,
tell
don't forget
you
to sub,
how
guys. I
to run
gotta go.
topics on your show when I have no experience in YouTube and I've never ran a show in